Hello, welcome to the Princess Boysenberry channel. Today's video is all about the horses that might possibly and probably will be coming to The Sims 4. Yes, we had this particular leak recently with a sort of stand-in photo and title that would strongly suggest that the next expansion pack is going to be about horses. So today I'm going to do a lot of speculation, a lot of thinking about what horses might be like and what the world might be like as well. And then I'm going to take a little trip into the land of Sims 3 where we're going to actually have a look at the horses there as well. So on that note, let's get into it and let's have a discussion about what could be coming with horses. Now, of course, a lot of the burning questions one has at the beginning is, what about the horses themselves? What are they going to be like? How are they going to function? What are their capacities going to be? And what will the relationships between them and our human Sims be like? I would be surprised if they didn't show up in the pet panel, or at least in the animal panel. There's a livestock panel and there's a pets panel here. We've got Meatball, who is a cat, obviously. I think you can see that, but I just thought I'd point it out. And we have friendship with Meatball. I would also be really surprised if there was not some sort of riding skill or skill to do with the horses. My best guess is a riding skill, but that could be wrong as well. But it would make sense if there was something to do with caring for your horse or riding your horse or getting to know your horse, getting to know all about it. I also think the care for horses might be somewhere between an animal like Meatball here, the cats and dogs, or of course there is the animals in Henford-on-Bagley to go by as well, where you feed them, you clean their environment, you brush them, which is cleaning them as well. Yeah, that's another thing. Olive became friends with Meatball. I am obsessed with naming everyone after food. And of course, when we think of horse ranch, right, we think of stables and whatnot, so they'd have to clean them out, surely, you would think. Maybe, you know? So I'm thinking that it would be a bit more involved. If this is the main focus of the pack, there might be other animals, but we don't know yet. If they are the main event, then you'd want them to be very fleshed out like a cat and a dog. But being livestock, or being, you know, of a farm genre, shall we say, some of the caretaking might actually turn out to be a bit like your llama or your cow, except more advanced. We hope. So if I had to guess, and that's about all I can do at the moment, I would say that horses will, in some ways, kind of be like a bicycle. Get on bike. As in the type of places that they can go. See, I figure you'll be able to sort of ride a horse around your little house. And if the world is indeed partially open or has places you can visit, like in the case of Henford-on-Bagley here, I reckon it would be that, yeah, like this, the sort of like trails you can go down, places you can ride around in the neighborhood of the specific world that will come with the horses. And yeah, and then instead of doing the ding rounds, which is a terrible way of saying riding a bike, you'll be doing the clippity clops instead. And that one makes a little bit more sense. So that would be how I think that part will play out, like the mobility of the horses, shall we say, riding around your yard, probably with the bigger lots, we hope, and then riding around some sort of a neighborhood which has features that you can visit, much like Henford-in-Bagley, except it'll probably look a heck of a lot different. Yeah. So in declaring that I think horses will function like bikes so far as the mobility goes and capacity to ride them, that basically means I'm declaring that I do not think they will be tied to a shed like our furry friends from Cottage Living are. However, you may be able to put them in your inventory. That's something I'm wondering, like the bicycle here, as you see, but also like Mac and Cheese here, our beige llama. Because as we know, or as you will know if you have, I was about to say cottage living. That's definitely not the right word. Cottage living. There is the option under actions to put mac and cheese into your inventory here. And as you, yeah, sure, why not? As you well know, also, you can put cows in inventory, and also, oh, that looks so silly. And also, chickens. But that's mainly to facilitate going to the Finchwick Fair, that ability is there. But it would also make sense to be able to take your horses with you to another world. So whether they will travel with you on the phone, imagine that. And, imagine if, you can take pets as a pet section here. Do you think horses might be able to travel that way instead of being in inventory? Maybe. Now, this, of course, brings us to our next question. And if you see, we magically have a new family member here. The next question, of course, is, will the horses be part of the household like cats and dogs, or will they be something you can buy like our chickens or our cows and llamas, etc.? And that actually makes me think again. It makes me think, it does. That is the question, right? How many horses are we going to be able to have per household? Knowing The Sims, there's usually a cap on this kind of thing, right? I mean, it is possible to have like hundreds of chickens if you get lots of coops and you put them like next to each other and fill up the coops and everything. But these horses are going to be something that's a bit more in depth or a bit more detailed than chickens, which you would certainly hope. One would expect them to be a lot more in depth than the chickens and such. You would hope they would be at the level of Blueberry Cake here and friends, So, if they are part of the household, then I suppose you'll be limited to how many you can put in. And what do you think about that? What do you think the sort of limitations might be on how many horses you can have? Or do you think there'll be a whole wild pack of Brumbies that you can somehow have and have a lot of chaos on your hands? Who knows? That's something that I really would like to know, though. Speaking of Brumbies, I'm going to use that as a dodgy segue into my next thing to discuss, which is about what world will we get? Where will it be set? What will it resemble? What will it be? Now, there's already been speculation that it would either be something like some sort of Western-themed world or perhaps even Australian. And I'm not sure if there hasn't been some sort of an actual, more official confirmation that I'm missing. But at this point, so far as I know, everything is simply speculation. So when we throw around the concept of Australia, we cannot help but remember our flashbacks. There was a discussion about possibly an Australian world going on not too long ago, because we had a few possible hints when the infants came along, like with our koala-fied best buddy here. And also with some of the options in here, we have this little guy here is a koala in here. So we had a couple of koalas there. Was there any more? I think there might have been, and I can't remember where, so forgive me for that. But until we know better, we cannot discount the outside possibility that Australia could be the world. Now, I'm definitely not holding my breath for that. Not at all. But stranger things have occurred. Now, the other option that was mentioned, as I said, was something to do with a, Wild West theme or another set in America, but in a different type of location to what we've seen. Now, of course, the countryside comes to mind anyway. Simply because it would be appropriate, but because we've already had Infant on Bagley, there is very little chance it will be this kind of countryside at all. But the thing I'm back in Henford for is the size of these lots here. Do you think we might be seeing some bigger lots in the new world? We can only hope. Now, if they have coded in this size at least, you would hope to at least get a couple of these bad boys in there. And we hope to get more lots in general, let's be honest. Yes, that would be nice. But yeah, that's definitely my first thoughts. I don't know what to make of any of it yet, but all of the aforementioned would make sense in its own way. So now the other question following on from what the world will be like is, and this is a big one, what else is going to be in the sodding pack? Because it can't just be horses, and if it is, it's going to want to be something sensational about horses, They're going to want to be completely fleshed out to Timbuktu with an amazing world. But we know The Sims 4, so yeah. There's going to have to be something else, and it might be to do with the world, it might be to do with things you can do. Something I was thinking about personally is a riding club, and we can only hope that this will start with children being able to ride the horsies. Do you think there'll be ponies? They're probably just going to be one size, right? But imagine if they had two sizes and they had ponies and like the little kids could go for a pony ride. That would be cute. I can't believe I forgot to mention this during the first recording, but I wonder if there's going to be foals. I mean, yeah. I mean, if they're like pets like cats and dogs, maybe there will be. If they're like barnyard animals, well, maybe just if they're like chickens. But yeah, I thought I better put that in now. Will there be foals? But the point is, and why we are here again in Brindleton Bay, is that one of the better packs we have to go on to compare the potential horses pack to is, of course, cats and dogs, because it's another animal pack. And so you have two reasonably fleshed out animals there with different personalities, and they do have abilities that overlap, but they also have some that are very much their own as well, and their behaviors, etc. But that's not all Brindleton Bay has, because it has like this dead grass discoveries museum. There's also a pet grave over there, and I've never even traveled there once, and I have no desire to because that's too sad. We also have Whiskerman's Wharf over here, and it's like a proper little town. It's not the most fleshed out town you've ever seen, but the big to-do, apart from the fact that it is, dog and cat friendly, is the fact that you have a veterinary clinic, and that functions in more ways than one, and it's a pretty good feature as well. And the cats and dogs are pretty good features. And Brindleton Bay is not that bad a place. I mean, it's not the best, but it's not that bad. Do you see what I'm saying? So the really amazing thing about the veterinary clinic, when it decides to work and doesn't glitch, that is that not only can you, we don't really need to sign in Meatball for a checkup, but we can get some treats while we're here, so we'll do that just because. The great thing about the veterinary clinic is it's a place to take your pets when they get sick. It gives you extra gameplay, as it were. Get some wellness treats for Meatball, Got to keep Meatball happy. But of course, there is the ability to buy and run your own veterinary clinic. And by modern Sims pack standards, that's actually kind of a big deal. And, you can actually run your own vet. You can go to the vet. You've got cats, you've got dogs, you've got a reasonable world. I mean, I'm not saying that it's perfect or anything, but there is technically, there's stuff going on in this pack. There's stuff going on. And then, of course, we visit the other location that has animals as well. And it has a total of 6 animals. We've got chickens, we've got llamas, we've got cows, we've got foxes, we've got bunny rabbits, and we've got birds in a tree. Now, not all those animals are very well fleshed out. I mean, the cows and the llamas are tied to a shed, which is vexing. You can't have the bunnies as a pet, which is also vexing. But it has a lot of animals going on nevertheless. And the chickens aren't too bad either. They can at least, breed with one another and get little cheeps. That's really cute, and that's a good feature. And on top of that, you have a world that has some big lots. Sure, it could do with more lots. I think that was a complaint when it came out. Fair enough, really. We've got a bar, and it's a quaint little town, but we've got some market stalls. We've got the Finchwick Fair, and we've got the capacity for Finchwick favors as well, and sort of a little community going on. So it has 6 animals, big places, a community things, other stuff going on. So what I'm getting at here, eventually, is that unless horses are the best thing since intergalactic sliced bread, there has to be more going on. There has to be. What do you think there will be? I'm interested to hear. It could be another career. It could be proper horse clubs and stuff. It could be some sort of a community thing that's relevant to whatever world it is. Or there could be absolute curveballs that you haven't thought of. Because to be perfectly frank, I wouldn't have thought of the thrift tea store and its capacities when thinking of a high school pack initially. Even though it does make sense when you play it in the game, it makes sense. It's certainly not what my mind would have gone to initially. So that actually, to me, even more so than what the horses does, even more so what the horses do's, is I am so interested to find out what else is in this pack, what else is going on, and what's going on in general, because really we don't have anything to go by. You've just had to listen to me ramble on about if, buts, and maybes, really. But it's fun to do so. Now, the thing I haven't gone into yet, and is another question to do with the horsies, is this.
So, Papa Chorg.
Here is another big question for you. Will horses be in CAS? Will it be like cats and dogs where you can create your own horse? Or will it be like cottage living where there are predetermined presets? Now, I can't imagine not having a horse you can customize, and yet I can't imagine them actually doing it either. If they do have like predetermined ones, I sure as Sherlock hope that they have a lot more options going on than they did in cottage living. but there's still the possibility that they could actually be like a cat and a dog in your household. So yeah, that is another question that I am extremely keen to have answered. So for our next part of the video, we've taken a magical trip to the land of Sims 3 because The Sims 3 has horses. And you know what? I've kind of forgotten how on earth to play The Sims 3, but I have found the world that actually comes with the Pets pack. And I'm going to be honest with you, even though I own the Pets pack, I don't have any experience with horses at all. And this is the name of the world, by the way, and I can't remember it, so it's going to appear on the screen. Hey, look, it's autumn. How pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Hey, it's autumn where I am right now. So what's this going on? View. Why not? So I just thought it'd be fun to have a little look at what the horses look like in The Sims 3 because there might be some similarities between them and The Sims 4. I don't even know how you buy one. I don't know what to do at all. Absolute novice. How do you get a sodding horse? I don't know. But in any case, this is a starter place that actually comes with a little horse pen here, a horse paddock. And that's pretty cute, isn't it? So I'm going to show you one other thing I noted when I was setting this up, because all I did was put in some Sims that I'd pre-made. But I looked at the map view as well. Gain celebrity star level. Not now, sweetheart. Not now. See, look, this Sim is named... She's named Pumpkin Pie. I told you, I'm all about the food names. Leo Crumpet. There we go again. So one thing to note here in this build mode of the... So I'm going to go into edit town here and show community lots here because in The Sims 3 comes with the pet stuff. We've got cat jungle and dog park and horse. Here's a horse ranch. Pump it up pony training grounds. That's cute. So as you may or may not know, you got horses in the pets pack of Sims 3, which is why a lot of people were massively vexed that they didn't come in the Sims 4 pets pack. So pump it up pony grounds here. Let's see if there's anywhere where we can place a copy. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. How on earth is it not? Unless they already have one somewhere. I'm so sorry. I don't know what the dickens I'm doing. I'm just going to be honest. Okay, I'm going to have to resort to my old pal Google. Hey, look, it's a bone. That must be a puppy place. Do they have a horsey place already? There was another one here too before I get sidetracked, which is inevitable. And that is this. Equestrian Regional Training Grounds, a horse ranch. So they've got, you know, ranch and it's horse ranch and stuff. It looks like that and Don't You Know, Pump It Up was also community options where you can train your horse. I wonder if they'll have anything like that in The Sims 4. I'm doing a Google now, folks. I'm doing a Google because I don't know what I'm doing. And I've gone to Carl's Sims 3 guide, which is, you know, the absolute go-to for me. Here we go, getting a horse. It says if you're new to a game, then the easiest way to get one is creating one at the same time you create your Sims. So that means in The Sims 3, there are horses in CAS. Do you think there will be in The Sims 4? Maybe. Oh, that would be so cool. Let's go to... I'm going to find out how to go to create a pet and then we'll have a look. But before I do, I just wanted to tell you that the other options in The Sims 3 for getting a horse, it says here, you use a phone, a computer, or newspaper. Or you can befriend a wild horse. So this does have wild horses. So the last time I played The Sims 3 and had this pack installed, although I didn't use the horses, there were actually wild deer that came by, which is really cute. And this says most of a horse's needs are the same as a Sims. Hunger, bladder, energy, and social. But instead of hygiene and fun, horses have exercise and thirst. Okay, I really want to make a horse in CAS. Obviously, those other ways I mentioned are ways that you can get a horse in The Sims 3, but I want to make one for the first time. It seems from the Carl's guide that you should make your horse at the same time as you're making the household. I'm just not used to The Sims 3. Even though I played it back in the day, I don't remember squat now, surprisingly so. So I'm just going to leave this dude as he is. I don't care. But we're going to create dog, create a horse. Yay, that's pretty exciting. If it ever loads, of course. 10 hours later. Oh, look, it's a spotty Dalmatian one. That's so cute. Oh, my Lord. I hope they have create a horse in The Sims 4. Just get lost. I don't want your advice right now. Even though I don't know what I'm doing, I still don't want your advice. So age, adult or elder, so they don't have a foal. You can just be an adult or a seasoned horse, shall we say. Okay, what have we got here? Shape. Oh, different horsey shapes. That reminds me of cats and dogs in The Sims. I like me a round one. Let's go for a round one there. How on earth do you turn this thing around? Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Turn the horse around. Love to hear it neigh, neigh. Turn it upside down. It will eat the hay, hay. Okay, enough of my fun. Where can we go from here? Body. Okay. I like me round animals. They're cute, but not, unhealthily so. Oh, okay. Don't know what that did. We're just checking it out. We're just having a look. Oh, the horse's head. Oh, wow. Okay. I like the horsey head that it's got. I think you got a nice head there, horsey. I don't want to mess with it. We'll go to the next thing. Eyes. Oh, wow. Okay. Once again, I actually quite like this horse. I'm already attached to it. Am I going to actually end up liking horses? Ears as well. So, okay. So instead of having like a slider type deal, it seems like you just pick them. If this was in The Sims 4, I would hope it would have Sims 4 sliders. Whoops. What? I don't know what happened there. Oh, look at the big eyes. There doesn't seem like there's any way to do like, hang on, what's this? Oh, okay. Do you have to have that? Because I'd like you to be free. Free. I'd like you to just wear that when you need to and not all the time. Well, what have we got? Saddles. Accessories, horseshoes. Oh, that's the saddle. Oh, I don't mind the one it's got, actually. Oh, personality. Okay. Oh, breeds. Whoops, I've totally bypassed that. Oh. So this is what we've got now. Appaloosa. You know what? I think that was actually something to do with the name of the town. I have a thing for some horses that have like this type of horse does it for me. Oh my God, and it's an Australian stock horse as well. Let's press that. Oh, yeah. See, I like the coloring of this one quite a lot. Oh, aren't you pretty? But I also like ones that have like a strawberry body and blonde hair. I've seen that as well. But you know what? For the sake of this, we're going to go for an Australian one. Have you been like defaulted back? Am I going to have to do these things again? Coat, okay. Hope this isn't too boring for anyone watching. I just want to leave it as it is, but it's cool that, hey, could you make a pink one? Oh, of course. Oh, trust The Sims 3 to have this. Look, what we could have a boysenberry Australian one. What do you reckon? What's sort of like a boysenberry color? Kind of a gray zone. Let's do it. Let's absolutely do it. And a mane as well. Oh, let's have a long majestic mane. Whoa, that's the stuff right there. Let's see if we can make it like a different. Oh, okay. Is that an okay color? What do you think? Okay, let's go for that. There we go. Oh, excellent. What about the tail? Is the tail separate? Oh, let's go for, oh, you know what? I'm going for a plaited tail. Oh, okay. Oh, you like that? Excellent. Oh, I'm happy to keep you pleased. We'll go for just a white one for that. What else is going on? Do you know what this is? Oh, now I'm actually kind of excited for horses in The Sims 4 if they do it well, but we all know one must never get their hopes up. No, I just like the hooves the way they are. Okay, the shape. Now we go back to the shape, and I'm pretty much going to have to like go back to where I was. And of course, we've got the snout here. I like that one. Oh, yes. Oh, you're looking great. And the ears too. I think I had these ones before. Yeah, great. Excellent. Oh, look, you get to hear the neighs. That sounds pretty good to me. And traits, horse traits. Okay, do you think they're going to be an actual pet in The Sims 4 and in Cass, do you think? I think the thing to remember at this point, and actually with every point leading up to the actual release of the pack and finding it out, one must manage their expectations. Let's have a genius horse. Oh no, hang on. Ooh, clueless. Quiet, shy, untrained, picky. Oh, stubborn and don't do well with Sims. Obedient, noisy. Interesting. Nervous, neat. Lazy, hates jumping. Friendly, fast, and clueless. The fast and the friendly. Okay, we're going to try and make it easy for whatever Sim is there. We're going to give a friendly. We'll get the playful, why not? We'll get some friendly, some playful. I'm actually going to give this one brave because I think that would help. Look, brave horses have an extra helping of courage to help them deal with the chaos of sprinklers, fireworks, burglar, alarms, and other terror-inducing everyday activities. I don't want my horse to be scared. Oh, absolutely. Good for you. So, yay. Do we get to name the horse? You would hope so. Here we go. And because I've told you today that I absolutely adore naming Sims of all sorts after food, we're naming this horse because we've done it a boysenberry horse. It's boysenberry pie. So yay to that. But now we got to get back to old matey here. We just have to give him a name and stuff.
Sool.
Absolutely. Hello, how you doing? We're just going to give you some names. I don't know. Just going to call him Mr. Horseman. That's his name. Mr. Horseman. So we've got boy. Oh, it's actually quite cute. Well, Okay, we've got our other Sims here, the Pie household, and I've got boysenberry pie as well. It's like some sort of fate. And you know what? It seems like fate is going to actually come to fruition and merge here. Okay, here we are at the Pie household. And here's Boysenberry Pie. Are you in your paddock, Boysenberry? Hang on. Oh, the controls on this suck. Oh, no, you're outside. Oh, what a fine specimen. Hang on. This is great stuff. Like, for the graphics of The Sims 3, don't you think the horses actually look pretty good? Like, surprisingly so. I'm so keen to find out what The Sims 4 horses look like. But if it's anything like this, I'm on board. Can we get you somehow into the pen there? Oh, because it's The Sims 3. Do you know what? Boysenberry's actually controllable. That is insane. Back it up. In you go. Yeah, okay. That's the way you do that. Oh, how cute. Let's get a human to investigate. Care. Let's see what we've got. So we've got affection. We've got a pie wheel where you can feed a treat. Let's sniff hand, rub neck, and talk to. We're going to feed a treat right off the bat. And what else have we got? So we've got care, we've got brush, we've got clean hooves, and the ability to change the name if you so desire. Saddle. Edit saddle, unsaddle horse. That's great, because that's what I would like. I don't think a horse should have to live in a saddle and bridle. Is that what it's called the whole time? Got to free it, you know, make it comfortable. What else have we got? Lead horse. Oh, okay. That's leading it somewhere. And mount. Well, that speaks for itself. Oh, she can mount the horse. Okay, we'll get rid of the lead, the horse. Okay, let's look what we've got. Boysenberry Pie likes to travel backwards, it would seem. Okay. I can't get over, like, how well they're actually done, the horses in The Sims 3. Let's see if we can get her to ride the horsey as well. You know what I didn't look for in Cass? I didn't look for a unicorn. Oh, okay. It changed itself. It's changed into something a little more comfortable. Although you probably wanted the saddle on to mount the horse. Oops-a-daisy. Let's see what happens, though. Be begged for carrots. That's so cute. Who's this? Oh, be chatted to. Do we have a cowboy? The world that came with The Sims 3 pets has a cowboy theme. So will that be repeated is the question. They could do the same thing or they could not as well. Totally the options. I know that's groundbreaking stuff. I'm not sure how you get a unicorn. I'm going to look that up. Hang on. While looking it up, I just found out The Sims 3 has a riding skill, and that's what I honestly would expect from The Sims 4. I'd be surprised if it didn't have one. But that's just obviously... Oh, what's your sign? Looks like you and me were meant to be. Oh, attractive company. Does she like the cowboys, does she? Or maybe we'll get her to flirt. This has got nothing to do with the video, but how can we resist? Ask sign, do a bit of flirting, sure, romantic. They can bond, compliment personality, bond over the horse here. Oh, that didn't go down well. Hey. Oh, why would you say all that stuff? Quincy is in a relationship. Well, you know what? Maybe he shouldn't have said he wanted to get to know her then, you know? Look at the horse. It's rolling around in the dirt. That's so cute. And just to backtrack to where I was at, it seems like unicorns are a special thing that appears sometimes. This is just a little look at the Sims 3 horses, the fact that they actually had them. And so that concludes our speculation and discussion on the newly leaked probable expansion pack of the horses and their ranches and stuff. Thank you very much for watching this one, and I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. I will see you in the next one. Bye!